Everyone, good morning. We're here. We've got coffee. We're ready to take you to a few Walking Dead locations. We've been noticing that that's really super popular, so we want to take you to some. These are sort of little known ones. I really haven't seen very many people on the internet find these spots, so hopefully these are going to be new to you. And our first stop is right by our house. We haven't even been on the road but maybe a mile or two. And this is from season 6, episode 1 of season 6. We'll walk around here for a minute. In this episode, Glenn, Nicholas, and Heath are here. And if you can see the windows in the front, on the episode, there were walkers at the windows. They were making a lot of noise. Rick radioed into Glenn and said, "That's making too much noise. They're going to distract the herd that the rest of the Alexandrians were trying to move." So they come up to these doors. And in the show, they pull on these doors. And try to let a few walkers out at a time. I'll show you inside. But when they opened the door, it had been blocked by like some metal. What was that? Birds flew out? That was kind of creepy. We had some birds fly out. That was a little scary. But this was full of walkers. And as you can see, it's just an abandoned car lot. And this is the handle that Glenn would have pulled on to let the walkers loose. They're down here in a scene where Mark's walking. This is where they come up on it. There would have been tractors all out here. Now we just got our cool truck with us here. They came right up to here. And this would have been just about here is exactly the scene you would have seen on the show. This would have been on the wall, and this sign would have been up on the wall in the background. Come over and spray painted over it. I'm not sure what's going on there. But this was up on this wall in the background of the scene. Does it say anything on the other side? Nope. Season 6. Episode 1 of The Walking Dead. Glenn, Heath, and Nicholas were all out here fighting off walkers from this door. There is a view right from here where you would have had a tractor, and you could, ooh, nice echo under here. That's kind of cool. And like I said, they did go up to these doors. And I'm going to match this with some videos. So first stop this morning is right here. Season 6, episode 1. We're going to take you to some other places that I really haven't seen many other people find, but then we're going to take you to some iconic ones as well. We're just out and about here in Georgia. We live in the land of the dead, so we thought we'd take advantage of it because a lot of these things are going away, getting torn down. This could easily be torn down just before you know it. And then it might not have an opportunity to film here anymore, so we wanted to take you here this morning. Season 6, episode 1, full of walkers. One last view out from the front, because I can tell you that the walkers broke through 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th and 6th window are the ones that were sort of featured on this episode. And of course, now it's all behind a fence. In the distance is Pine Mountain, Georgia. Let's get on the road and see where else we can take you. We just came down this really cool road called Cove Road. We are what's considered Woodbury, Georgia, the real Woodbury, Georgia. Not Woodbury from the show, but the real Woodbury, Georgia. This is a really neat location behind me, but also just the area itself is fascinating because the story goes that some billion years ago, a meteor hit the earth here and caused the hills in this area. And then AT&T, back in the old days, needed to do long distance and connect with satellites in the outer space, circling the Earth. Well, they built this Earth station, and this was to pick up those signals from outer space. That's what it was originally for. And then that type of technology became obsolete, and you're not going to get anywhere past here. It's private property. We're not going to try to push our luck on that, of course. But anyway, AT&T sold it to, I believe, Georgia Tech, who came here and were trying to communicate with aliens. Yep, they at one point did think that they got a bleep from outer space, the story goes. And if you want more details about the place, there's a really cool documentary on the Discovery Channel about this building. And they got a bleep at their sister station in West Virginia. But when they tried to make contact here, they had an electrical storm, a lightning storm, and their power was out. So major defeat in that. But we're not here to talk just about aliens. Aliens are cool. We're here to talk about The Walking Dead. This is, of course, the very famous scene where they bring not Jeffrey, Gregory. Gregory's head, supposedly, was brought to the front here. And if you remember, Rick smashed his head so that it would look more, smashed a walker's head so it would look more like Gregory, because they believed this was the only outpost for Negan. And they were trying to defeat the Saviors. Of course, this is what led to the death of Abraham and then Glenn, because Negan wasn't going to put up with them killing so many of their people here. Of course, they thought this was the end. They thought that they had taken out Negan. That was far from the truth. And this is out in an area known as the Cove in Woodbury, Georgia. So you're all probably familiar with Sonoy, Georgia. This is about 30 miles south, and this is an impressive place. Looks cool on the camera. It's even more impressive in real life. And the area is awesome as well. It is abandoned. So not only is it a neat place from The Walking Dead, it's got some history as far as the alien contact, but it's also an impressively abandoned area out at the Cove. Really cool spot. Hope you enjoyed this stop. It is neat. All right, on to the next stop. is the Blackbird Cafe. Oh boy, they're doing some work on that building. Looks like they're trying to maybe restore it. But in the Blackbird Cafe, this is where Negan got his new jacket when Judith let him out of Alexandria. We're going to be taking a left here, take you to 2 water towers. They were featured on the show too, but back there Negan got attacked by the pack of dogs in what is now the Blackbird Cafe. And here we are turning on Memory Lane. Let's go down Memory Lane. And we're going to see some water towers right next to each other. Michonne climbs the older water tower. Like I said, I'm going to do my best to match the scenes to these locations to give you a point of reference. And also here in Woodbury is a fairly impressive old cemetery, and doesn't have a church, so it can't be a graveyard. Mark forgot the difference between a graveyard and a cemetery. A graveyard has a church, and a cemetery stands alone. Some very impressive stones here. And here they are. So this is the location. I will be looking up the episode. I cannot remember. I believe it was maybe just before they got to Alexandria or after they got to Alexandria. But Michonne does climb up that older water tower. Like I said, I'm going to match up the scene for you. But I just wanted to show you because they're so cool. Another Walking Dead location. Easy to get to. This is the real Woodbury, Georgia. Not hard to find. And here we are. We're going to roll down the road and go through Gay, Georgia. Yep. Con trees over there. Take you along. I saw a Moreland on one of the gravestones. There is a Moreland, Georgia. You never know. Could be associated not far from here, really. And the water towers and the cemetery. Two small graves back there. That's always super sad. Back in Gay. We've been here before. Up here at the light, we're going to turn to the left. We've been here before. We're going to be here tomorrow for a concert. May take a little footage there from the Tower House Farm Brewery. This is Gay. Like I said, we've been here before. If you want to go inside the 1911 building, they filmed inside there. And go back, I've got a video of that. But that's not the only thing that The Walking Dead ever filmed here in Gay, Georgia. Gay, Georgia is just north of where we were at in Woodbury. We're going to turn in left here at these 2 churches. And I'm going to jump out and show you the one church. This is from an episode of season 11. There's two churches in here. That's a neat church. But this is the church where the filming was. Father Gabriel has become part of the Commonwealth. Let me get picture of the front of the building. And in here, he preaches to the locals. A couple of my buddies were extras in this scene, and I'll show you some screenshots. My friend Jan, she's a tour guide in Sonoy and a regular extra. They zoomed in on her and it was awesome. And I'll show you that. I'll put that picture in as well. Father Gabriel from the Commonwealth days at this church in Gay. And we'll head down the street. Across the street at the corner, that building was featured in the movie Lawless, and it will also appear very soon in a movie that hasn't even come out yet called Till. It has Bryant's Grocery and Meat Market with the Coca-Cola signs. You can go whenever. And you'll see that, and then here's the front of the 9/11 building. I'll tell you when we get in there. So Mark doesn't know why. I just told him we need to circle through this parking lot. But when we circle, we're going to circle. See that white truck? Make a big loop, go in front of that building. We're just north of Gay, Georgia. And you would probably drive right past here. There's a taxidermist. Here, in front of this building. No, you're far away from it. Right here in front of this shopping center, right there, Michonne is watching from the woods. In front of this building, Glenn and Maggie find formula. Judith has just been born. Merle captures them and takes them to the governor.
Powder formula jackpot.
Thank God.
Also got beans, batteries, cocktail wieners, many mustards. It's a straight shot back to the prison from here. Probably making it time for dinner.
I like the quiet. Back there, back home, you can always hear them outside the fence no matter where you are.
And where is it y'all good people calling home? Carl? Wow!
Hey, back the hell up!
Okay, honey. Jesus! You made it. Can you tell me, is my brother alive? Huh? Yeah.
All that filmed inside here, the Royal Theater. And we're going to take you down to walk down into Hogansville a little bit. I loved this episode, and if you remember, what was cool was later Carol convinces the highwaymen to be nice because when was the last time you saw a movie, she asked them. And there's the Royal Theater, very famous for Ezekiel, Carol, and Jerry, and I believe Diane was here as well. They come to get the production light bulb. Let's walk down the street here. It's a pretty neat little town. I've heard Al Capone stayed in what is now called the Grand Hotel here in Hogansville. Across the street there, well, I think it's still there. There was a little candy shop across the street. I don't see it anymore. Looks like it might be gone. Oh no, maybe it's still there. We'll go find out in a minute. That's kind of cool. Little graffiti here in the alleyway. I was told that Al Capone stayed at the Grand and played poker, and that you could go across the street. That's a little freaky. Reminds me of when we were in Ripley's. Remember the wax face masks we saw? Creepy. And that is the balcony. And this is the Grand Hotel. Let's see if they can let us go inside. We're gonna ask. All you can do is ask, right? They can kick you out, but we can go ask. Inside the Grand Hotel. Had some paranormal evidence appeared right here at this fireplace. We're going to come back here and stay overnight and maybe do some hunting here. Bet you there's ghosts here. Like I said, I believe Al Capone stayed here. There is a tunnel underneath here that runs under the street, the opposite side, and he would escape through that tunnel. That's what I was told. Walk back here real quick. Can't get upstairs, but you can come back here. Bar. Mark found the bar. Good job finding the bar. And in here, this room would have been dressed for set, and the appearance would have been Beta's apartment when he's revealed to be the musician for the band Half Moon. This is a venue. Oh, didn't have that in here last time I was here.
You been here?
Yeah, I've been here. Got a pool table here. Really beautiful courtyard outside. Mark and I are gonna plan to stay here some night just for fun. Not far from the house, but still be fun to stay. Big game room. Grand Hotel in Hogansville, Georgia. Featured on The Walking Dead, but also a cool place to stay. It's a pretty neat table. Nice. Some games up. And look what game I found. Escape room in a box for The Walking Dead. How fun is that? I'm sure they get people here who stay here just because of the connection with The Walking Dead. Wouldn't be surprised. And it is a nice little piano bar. Got his fancy schmancy tip jar there. And a nice candelabra. And what a beautiful stained glass art here. And like I said, this whole room was dressed to be the apartment of Beta. Can't go upstairs.
This room here?
This room right here. We'll pull up that episode later on and I'll show Mark what I'm talking about. You can stay here. In the evenings they have drinks and stuff. Upstairs are just a handful of rooms.
What are those down there? Call me old fashioned.
T-shirts. Some old keys. I believe this little bar area is called the 1890 room. History and luxury at the Grand Hotel. You want to come check it out. It was built in 1890. Drinks, music, and food, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 5 to 11. And again, we'll probably try to do some paranormal stuff here. We'd like to come back here in October. That is the plan, to come stay here overnight one night in October and share that with you guys. I got evidence here by the fireplace before. Fireplaces are very active for paranormal evidence and stuff to happen because everyone gathered around the fireplace. It was a central location for the home. So that would be cool to do. We're going to try to come back and do that. And for right now, we're just going to head out. This was our last stop today. I hope you guys had fun today. I know we did. And in Americus, the Windsor Hotel, that was a cool place, very similar in style. The guest rooms are upstairs. I've been up there, they're very nice. You get off on the balcony, but we're not going to go up there today.
Nope, but
We're just going through here. There's nobody at the desk to ask to go up, so that's fine. And we're going to head outside. That was fun. Fish all day for $2. And there's the balcony. We'll love that. Ryan Hurst playing Beta would have stood up on that balcony. This was the flashback for him from before the apocalypse. It's right across the street from the theater. But not on the show, just in real life. On the show, it's two completely different places. There's a really neat little candy shop there. There's a pizza place in here somewhere that I know Norman Reedus ate here just a few months ago because they posted on Instagram that Norman was visiting. So that's kind of neat. But we're here at the Grand Hotel in Hogansville. Like I said, this is end with the creepy heads. Finishing up with the creepy heads. And with the Royal Theater behind me, hope you guys enjoyed today. We sure did. We're gonna get home, post this as quick as we can. Thanks, my Walking Dead friends. Talk to you soon.